Setting lines, making racks feel nice. Pushing the line, we don't fold, don't shy. Cashing tickets, counting green to the sky. On the podcast we ball, roll the spread. Money talk, never walk, bets ahead. Parlay slayer stacking chips like you bricks. Magic calling plays, mixing schemes so slick. Numbers on the board, all these digits don't lie. In this trap house sports, best we fly. Pushing the line, we don't fold, don't shy. Cashing tickets, counting green to the sky. On the podcast we ball, roll the spread. Money talk, never walk, bets ahead. Got your bankroll rising like the early morning sun. From parlays to straight plays, we stun. Twisted stats, breaking news, all for the gain. In this world of odds, we reign. Lines moving swift like the rain in the night. Heavy hitters in this game got the insight.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to
What
another
it do,
episode
man?
of Pushing the Line.
What
Hey,
it do,
Mike,
man? Yes,
real
sir.
quick, I meant to ask you this before the show started, but I'm gonna go ahead and ask you now. Why you
Yes,
got a
sir.
Seattle Sonics hat on?
Well, because Denver beat the shit out of them so bad last night, they thinking about moving back to Seattle.
First of all, that's not gonna happen. Second of all, you see, I ain't supporting my shit today. I can't support them today. I'm mad. They
I
they
know
came
this
out
was a
flat
little.
last
This
night.
honestly, this was a little slight to you,
I appreciate it.
but this is also an innocent plea and ploy. If the NBA sees this, Seattle needs an NBA team.
They do. I mean that city was loyal to the Sonics while they were there.
Ugh.
Unfortunately, they moved to Oklahoma City, and I became a fan after that. But yeah, Seattle does deserve one.
Their crowd in their prime in the '90s when they had Kemp Payton, Deadlift Shrimp, Ricky Pierce, all those. That was one of the loudest places to go play.
Don't forget Dale Ellis.
Dale Ellis.
Mm.
Dale Ellis, I don't think people realize Dale Ellis may be one of the top 5, 10 greatest shooters in NBA history. Never
Yes,
gets talked about.
never. They had some nice players. Olden Polynice.
But there was your Did You Know for today.
All
Go
right,
look up Dale Ellis.
there we go. All right, today's show we got a full show for you. We're gonna start out with the biggest news from this morning. Derek Carr is retiring.
He is. It sucks too, man. He never, I ain't going to say he didn't, but I will say that. He never really evolved in New Orleans. But what he was, it may have been what he was.
I mean, honestly, in New Orleans, last year with the new offensive coordinator, first couple of games, he came out playing really well. He looked like he was headed for a Pro Bowl caliber season, and then he started getting nicked up and never really fully got healthy.
Yeah, he got nicked up. Chris Olave, Shaheed.
Yeah, that whole
Uh,
receiving core was gone.
yeah, the whole receiving core was gone, which I hate too, man. It would have been nice to see what he would have looked like with Kellen Moore.
You're right. Um, just a little bit about Derek Carr, if you don't know, he was a second round pick, number 36 by the Raiders in 2014. He is
Hmm.
their franchise leader in passing yards, touchdowns, and completions. He was selected to 4 Pro Bowls, and he made the playoffs with the Raiders twice in 2016 and 2021. Um, he ended up signing a 4-year contract with New Orleans was it last year? No, 2023.
Hmm.
Um, so now that he is retiring, he gets a 10-year. I mean, he gets $10 million roster bonus. Uh, but the Saints get 30 million in cap relief, which, as we talked about at the beginning of last season, their salary cap was screwed. So this will
Yep.
actually help them in the long run.
Yeah. He did them a favor on this one.
He did.
I seen a lot of things today. They was kind of happy. I don't think they was more happy that Derek Carr got hurt, but they was just kind of maligning the organization for not picking Shador. Because now, who the hell is that? Who did they did draft a quarterback, didn't
Tyler Shook.
they? Yeah, so they don't have a quarterback right now.
Don't get me wrong. In college,
I have no faith. If how you say his last name?
shook. He gonna
Like
be shook out there.
like SHOOK shook.
Yeah, but it's spelled with OUGH.
Yeah, I know that shit is stupid. It should be Schauf or Schuff or however you say OUGH words.
I'm just
That
I'm
alone lets me know. Hell no.
by mid-season I'm gonna change that H in his last name to a L and just start calling him Tyler Slaw.
Yeah, because anything is out the American language, it's gonna make my head hurt. If ends in OUGH, it should be like cough or rough. Should never be shut. So, sir, because of you don't know how to say your last name, I don't like it.
I mean, if you take the word cookie dough, it should be Tyler Slow.
I would take it.
Yeah. That gives them Tyler Shook and Spencer Rattler at quarterback now. So
Goodness. You want to talk about, you know what? This may be the perfect play for the Saints.
Arch Manning.
Arch Manning.
Yep. You had an Archie, you might get an Arch.
Yep.
All right. So congratulations on his career. Appreciate everything he done for football, which it might not be much to some people, but he is now done with that injury. We got the George Pickens trade this past week.
That
Pitts-
was kind of a shocker, but it wasn't a shocker because we talked about it
I
in
mean,
previous episodes.
we talked about it, but it wasn't no serious heat behind it at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then the timing of the trade is like all the people who break the news, they were still asleep.
Yeah.
We woke up to like, well, actually I woke up to a text from you, so you broke the news to me, and I was like, I'm trying to get my eyes open. I can barely read this shit.
Yeah, I seen it on Twitter that they was, negotiating, but you don't never really think nothing of it. I really don't know how to feel about the trade. Like if I'm Pittsburgh before this trade, outside looking in, you got George Pickens and DK Metcalf, and
The
I,
crash out bros.
I assume they gonna get Aaron Rodgers. So you would think that, hey, they might have a nice little duo to compete. You take that away, so now you got DK, and that's it.
Your running back
I mean, you
Jalen
got
Warren, you got Calvin Austin,
yeah. Now,
Pat Fryermuth
in that
still.
division, with the Bengals and the Ravens, you offensively, you can't compete with that.
I mean, you had a legit number one and number one, and now you have a number one and don't really have a number two.
Hmm.
So
I think
that
DK
hurt the
Metcalf
offense.
has number one potential,
He does.
but you have to get DK Metcalf involved, just like you had to get George Pickens involved, because if not, DK is going to let you know that he's not involved.
Not as bad as George Pickens though.
It ain't as bad because he actually had a quarter. Geno Smith, as much as we talk about him and say he's not as great, I think Geno knew he had to get DK Metcalf the ball. He at least had to throw it his way, keep him involved.
Yep. So I mean, this actually sets the Cowboys up pretty well because they got CeeDee Lamb, they got George Pickens, they got Jake Ferguson. They don't really have much running back. They've got they drafted Jadon Blue out of Texas. They need to sign a veteran running back to help this team out, which a prime candidate right now, if they don't re-sign with Cleveland, is Nick
Nick
Chubb.
Chubb.
Yeah.
They signed the running back from Denver. I don't
Uh,
know how
the
high
one
you
that's
are on
the
him.
one that stays hurt.
Yeah, Javante Williams.
Yeah, he's
I
got
mean,
potential if
he
he's
does,
healthy.
but yeah, he always hurt.
Yep.
He's from North Carolina, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of North Carolina, one of the backs, Amarion Hampton went to San
Hampton.
Diego. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it Los Angeles Chargers now?
Yeah, it's the Los Angeles Chargers now, but I know what you mean. Same damn thing. I like George Pickens for Dallas. I really do. I don't think it does much for Dallas though.
Well,
I, I don't I don't know if that move. I think it may put them in the playoffs.
well, here's my thing with that. Uh, you look at how many targets CD Lamb had last year. George Pickens wants his targets. Now, don't get me wrong. He came in with the right mindset and said he's there to help win everything. But once we get on the field, are you still gonna feel the same way if you are not getting the targets?
No.
And
And we know
also,
CeeDee Lamb gonna get his target.
regardless, right now,
Mm-hmm.
Pickens is on the last year of his contract. So instead of paying him, they went ahead and traded him to Cowboys. Now the Cowboys have the option of paying him if they want to keep him. Now
Mm-hmm.
George Pickens, this is your contract year. You got to go ball out. You got to go prove that you are worth the money if you want that check.
One thing I will say, that gonna throw the ball. That's one thing Dallas is gonna do. They're gonna throw the ball.
But is he going to throw it to his receivers or is he going to throw it to the other team's DBs?
Both.
Well,
Oh, he gonna do both. He may throw for the thing about that guy. Hey, he was the run up in the MVP voting what 2-3 years ago? Two
yeah.
2 years ago, I believe. One thing he gonna do, he gonna throw the ball to CD. They gonna score points, and he gonna throw some interceptions in games when he shouldn't throw 'em. That's what's gonna. That's what he gonna do. Yeah, he
Now,
got to get back healthy. I know he looking
he do.
good now. He got to stay healthy too.
So
Excuse me.
with this trade, one question comes to mind. Any receiver that Mike Tomlin is willing to trade, is it worth the risk?
Shit, I don't know. We had a
Look at
list.
look at
But
Deontay Johnson.
he
He
going from
got traded
team.
last year. He got traded last year to the Panthers. Um, when the Panthers decided that they wasn't going to be shit last year, they went ahead and traded him to Baltimore. He got suspended for refusing to enter a game, and then he got waived.
Mm-hmm.
The Texans claimed him after that. Then they waived him in January. Then he got reclaimed by the Ravens, signed a 1-year deal with the Browns. So there's one problem.
Uh, he may be done.
If you remember Martavis Bryant, showed all kind of potential.
Mm-hmm.
He got traded to the Raiders in 2018 for a third-round pick. Played 8 games before a knee injury, and then he got an indefinite suspension because he couldn't stay off the drugs. Chase
Yep.
Claypool, another one. He got traded to the Bears in November of 2022 for a second-round pick. He underperformed, leading to a trade to the Dolphins, and we ain't really heard from him since. He signed a 1-year deal with the Bills and failed to make an impact. And then you got the biggest name of all, Mister. I'm gonna get kicked the fuck off Twitter, Antonio Brown.
That dude right there, man. I don't understand.
So he got
Yeah,
traded
one
to
of
the Raiders.
the wide receiver on their team now, Eli Rogers, got suspended a game.
Mhm.
He's still there though, but he ain't gonna be that long. He's not even in this tier of wide receivers that we talking about.
Now imagine if they had kept George Pickens, DK Metcalf, and brought Antonio Brown back in to play the slot. You're talking about some real crash out bros.
Man, first of all, Mason Rudolph would have been assaulted all season because if he's their starter, now if you add Aaron Rodgers into that, nah, that team would have dismantled.
Speaking of their quarterback situation, uh, Kirk Cousins might be an option if Aaron Rodgers decides to go ahead and retire.
What does
I
that do though?
I can see it in your face.
Like at this point in 2025, we're literally banking. We're still banking hope on Aaron Rodgers at 40 years old, 40 or 41, and old ass Kirk Cousins. Ain't neither one of them won anything. Kirk Cousins has won one playoff game. I need people to understand that he gets paid a lot of money. He has not won more than one playoff game. Aaron Rodgers, he's past his prime.
Way past his prime.
Is he a great quarterback? No. Is he good? Yes. Can he lead you to a championship? No. He couldn't even lead you to a championship when he was winning them MVPs. He got one Super Bowl appearance. We've seen Aaron Rodgers choke away plenty playoff games when the Packers was year after year #1 seed, and I go somewhere else, get younger.
I agree. It's a few young ones out there, but some people might be scrambling. Like the Saints might be scrambling. The Steelers will be scrambling if they don't get their quarterback situation straight because mini camps have started.
Yeah, and the thing about the Steelers, man, they are a victim of their own success. They're never bad enough to get a high pick, and they never go out. They had a high profile QB since Ben Roethlisberger left. And if you remember, Ben Roethlisberger, he wasn't even that high of a pick. I believe he was in the teens or somewhere mid first round. He just
Yeah,
so
he
happened.
was me at first.
Yeah, he just so happened to turn out to be the Hall of Famer, 2 Super Bowl winner that we know. But they're always going to be above 500, but I don't think they will be this year. Even with Aaron Rodgers, I just don't think. I think this may be the year that they don't hit that.
Yeah, it might be a
And
little
God
rough for
help
them.
them. God help them because they've had a defense that's been saving them. Before I've never known Pittsburgh to not have a good defense.
Well, when I first found out what the Pittsburgh Steelers was, that was back when they had Steel Curtain,
Yeah, and then they had what was it, Greg Lloyd, Kendrell Bell, Levon
Kevin
Kirkland,
Green.
Joey Porter. They just Kevin Green. They just recycle linebackers and defensive ends, and you just be like, shit. Then they switched. They had James Harrison, Troy Polamalu, Ryan Clark, and it was like, damn.
Yeah, they were
So
one of those teams that reloaded. So in other news, um, Justin Tucker.
wow.
Yeah, I mean, he was on my fantasy football team last year because obviously at the beginning of the year, you'd think this is the best kicker in football. I'm gonna go ahead and take him, and I'm gonna be good at kicker all year long. But he underperformed last year.
He did.
After he signed he had 3 years left on a 4-year, $22 million extension.
Mm-hmm.
But when you underperform and then you have sexual allegations against you, similar to the
Checkmate.
ones that Deshaun Watson had, you got to
That's
go.
checkmate. Yeah,
It
that's
is,
checkmate.
and I
I hate it
commend
for him.
them. I commend them on them going ahead and doing this
Mm-hmm.
because now we love to bring up the race card when shit happens. Now they can't say if Deshaun Watson gets cut, oh, they only cutting him because he's black. No, you just cut one of the best kickers in the league that had a lot of money on the books, and he was white because he had sexual allegations. That is something that you have to take serious.
Mm-hmm.
Although you're not guilty or you're innocent until proven guilty in the court of law is what they say. But do you want that tarnishment on your franchise if it comes back that he is guilty and that you kept him through all of that?
No, you don't want that. You don't want that. That's I hate it for him. This will play out through the legal system. We'll see how it go. Uh, they signed Tyler Luke. Did they drafted Tyler
Drafted
Luke?
him.
I believe.
They drafted
Yeah,
him this year.
yeah. So Justin Tucker, man, he's like you said, he's one of the number one or number two fantasy football kickers. He had a hell of a career. He had a Hall of Fame career, but sexual allegations. I don't know how the NFL does that. I don't
Well,
know if they'll put him in the Hall of Fame.
well, I guess the first one we'll find out about will be Big Ben.
Yeah.
I mean,
See, I
he's
think
he's
he'll
he's
get in.
fringe he's fringe Hall of Fame.
I think he gonna get in.
Yeah, if he does get in, they may end up putting Justin Tucker in, but we know Deshaun Watson is not going to get in because, um, although he has his guaranteed money and he's going to be on the roster, his career is not going to be the same.
Well, he ain't getting in because he just wasn't that damn good. He was in Houston for those few years, but
He was before the injury.
yeah, it's checkmate now. I know he puts up videos on Instagram and things like that saying he's gonna come back. Bro, I think that ship has sailed. Just you got your 240 guarantee. Go enjoy your life, man. It is over.
And don't get me wrong, I think they just restructured his contract to get some money off the books, but that
Hmm.
means that he's still guaranteed this money.
Yeah, you still guaranteed the money. That ain't going nowhere. He won't be their starter this year, of course, because of the Achilles. But even when he gets healthy, still don't know.
You're right. Um, we'll talk about NBA in a little bit, but unfortunately, NBA is close to the end. But with that being said, that means WNBA is right around the corner.
My time of year, baby. This is
Man,
what I'm talking about right
you
here.
know, last year was the first year that I was actually excited about WNBA. And this year, I think I'm just as excited, if not more.
I'm telling y'all, man. WNBA is where it's at. From a betting perspective, because we do have to talk about betting, it's one of the most consistent things that you can bet.
Yep.
If they average 20, they getting 20. If they average 15, 5, and 5, they getting 15, 5, and 5. They are a model of consistency because of the way they play the game.
Yes.
They actually, women play the game. It's not for money because they not getting money. They play the game because they love the game. And they going to do whatever they got to do to win. And how they played in college, they take their college game, they take it to the WNBA, and they just kind of enhance it and they improve on it. But they are models of consistency. Shouts out to them. And I always tell y'all, if you watch women's basketball, it is a better brand of basketball than the NBA.
It is. They just don't get the respect they deserve because they women. Speaking of women, tomorrow's Mother's Day.
It is indeed.
If your mother's still around, make sure y'all give her a big hug tomorrow because you never know when that
Absolutely.
hug's not going to be available.
Yep, absolutely. One
If you,
one of the things I don't like about Mother's Day, I don't have all my grandparents passed away within a short amount of time of each other. I don't have a grandmother anymore. That's the worst thing about it. But I still got my mom. But your grandmothers are, especially young men like us. Our grandmothers are usually like our first love, our first best friend. So you got your grandmother, and like he said, your mom, show them a little extra love tomorrow.
hey, it's funny you say that about our grandmother being our first best friend because that's true. Uh, I would go spend time with my grandmother on the weekends so my mom could still go out and live her life and enjoy things. And
Hmm.
my grandma used to teach me she used to teach me card games and stuff. Used to let me run around in the country. Unfortunately, she passed away at a young age. My mom is no longer here, but tomorrow for Mother's Day, um, and I just thought about it yesterday. We were planning to go to me and a couple of friends who weren't really doing anything on Mother's Day. We're gonna go to a National Sounds game. My
Hmm.
very first baseball game. My mom drove an hour to bring me to watch the Sounds back when they were over at Greer Stadium.
Now that's dope.
So, so I'm going to watch the Sounds again tomorrow.
I like that.
But back to this WNBA, Brittany Griner, after 12 years in Phoenix, is now in Atlanta.
Hmm. You ever heard Brittany Griner talk?
Hey, sound like a dude.
Sound like me.
Hey, imagine her and Patrick Mahomes making an album.
Uh, I want to see how they. I want to see how they are this year. I don't know how good they're gonna be because she's a vet. You know they got a couple pieces. They got Ryan Howard. I really like them drafting Tahina Pow from South Carolina. I really do like that. I liked her at South Carolina. I think this is an up and coming team, but we'll get there. But I think the WNBA made a huge mistake drafting this, trading this next person. But go ahead, go ahead.
You said trading this next person.
Well, I'll go ahead and tell y'all. They traded Jewel Lloyd to the Aces. Ain't no way in hell you go. I know they lost Kelsey Plum, but you mean to tell me that the Aces finna trot out Asia Wilson, whose shoe just came out, dope ass shoe by the way, sold out in less than a minute. I tried to get a pair. Asia Wilson, Jewel Lloyd, and Chelsea Gray together on the same team. You'll see them in the finals. They'll play the Liberty in the finals again, unless Nafisha Collier and the Sun got something to say about it.
So you got Caitlin Clark's sophomore year. Does she get better or does she stay the same?
Oh, her team got better too. Oh yeah, Caitlin Clark gonna be top 3 MVP candidate. I'm not gonna put her above Asia. I can't. Asia and Nafisha Collier, probably Breanna Stewart. Those 3, I can't put above those, but she'll be up there somewhere.
You know what? I need to check because the season starts next weekend. I need to check to see if they got WNBA future bets.
Future,
like
who can win? Yeah, they should.
Yeah, we need to look into those and possibly put some of those together. They
now,
got
a
new
new say
team.
The odds may not be that high because I mean,
it's
I don't think nobody excuse my language. I don't think nobody messing with the Aces, man. That's ooh.
Why are you saying excuse my language? This is an adult show. We say what we want. We push the lines, bro.
Well, I be forgetting sometimes. I'm trying to be better, but yeah, that Aces team, man. If they can stay healthy, that team is loaded.
So they got a new team this year.
They do.
The Golden State Valkyries.
They do. I don't think they're gonna do much, but they do.
You know, I don't think
take some time.
Yeah, I don't think I know of any expansion team that came out and just balled out, no matter what sport it was.
What year was that the Jags? That wasn't the expansion year. The year they beat the Broncos, was it?
I want to say it was the
In the
second or
playoffs?
third year.
May have been the second or third year. Okay.
Back when they had Mark Brunell.
Yep, and they beat Denver, and Denver was like the favorite to win the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Let's see. I don't think they're gonna do anything, especially over there, and they over there with the Aces. That's at least 2 wins for the Aces. I'm finna look that up. Hey. I call T Hack, by the way.
Don't y'all pay him no attention. He called me hack because I always find a way to get over on some kind of system.
I was just gonna say something about Call of Duty, but I like your answer even better. So I'm looking it up while we're talking about it. The Vegas Golden Knights hockey team, they went to the Stanley Cup Finals in their first year, a feat that had never been achieved by any expansion team in any of the major sports.
What team?
The Vegas Golden Knights in hockey.
Okay. I didn't think they were an expansion team. I thought that they were just renamed.
No,
That just
no,
show,
that was an expansion team. Yeah,
that just shows what I know. What do you think the Connecticut Sun gonna do if they rebuild?
they still got Nafis Chicago, so they're gonna be right there. Think about them. They
Uh,
man, if y'all didn't see the finals, that was one of the, if not the best WNBA finals
The
I've
Connecticut
seen.
Suns.
With Nafis Chicago,
You might want to check that, bro.
Minnesota Lynx. I'm sorry, my bad, my bad. I'm thinking about the finals.
Okay.
Connecticut Sun, they lost a lot of people.
They're doing a rebuild. They still got Tina Charles. They got Diamond DeShields. Um, they got Marina Mabry. I think they got Mabry in the trade last year.
Yeah, I know why I said that. The Nafisha Collier's team put them out to go to the finals. That's what it was. And that was a hell of a series too. But that final series, man, it was, oh man, that was a hell of a, the WNBA playoffs were good last year.
It was. Man, the whole season gonna be good, man. If you have not watched WNBA basketball and you're a basketball fan, just give it a try.
Give it a try. I know we ain't gonna talk about it. Her team really, they not that good, but if you watch Unrivaled and all that, Angel Reese, she hurt her hand last year, but she'll be back. So
The double
that's
double
something to
queen,
watch too.
the
Hmm.
double queen. She'll put up a shot and miss it so she can get a rebound.
She is a definite double double queen. She'll have Cardosa back from South Carolina. They might be a team. That'd be a team worth watching.
Yep. I need Angel Reese to come in with her head down, ready to work. That's what I need.
Yeah. The
The
thing
the
about
look.
it, she works. It's just she gotta get a more consistent jump shot. She gotta learn how to handle the rock.
Yeah. Her confidence is more of an arrogance to me than it is confidence. She needs to come in with confidence instead of arrogance.
Yeah. She knows she can hoop. She just thinks that she is on that level. And she's an all-star caliber basketball player. She has the superstar potential. She comes off as if she's already a superstar. She's a superstar if you put off the field and off the court and on the court together. She's a superstar. If you take off the court away and just leave it on the court, she's a good player. She's an all-star caliber player. So yeah, I get what you're saying though.
Yeah, I agree. Um, Key dates. Keep in mind May 16th. That is the start of the season, which is next weekend. I believe that's next Friday. The All Star
Hmm.
game will be July 19th. The Commissioner Cup will be June 1st to July 1st, and then the playoffs begin in September.
So they changed the format of the WNBA. WNBA was best of five. I don't know if they're changing the whole playoff format, but I think at least for the finals they're going to do best of seven.
Yep. The finals is best of seven.
Hmm. WNBA is going to look different this year too, man. They lost one of the goats. She retired, Diana Taurasi.
Oh,
So
Taras.
DT, she gonna be missed. She was a hooper. She was a
Yep.
definite dog for
But
Phoenix.
another Connecticut dog just came in.
Yep. So I'm ready for the WNBA season. We're gonna win some money. Just check us out.
Speaking of playoffs, let's touch on this NBA playoffs. Cavaliers versus Pacers. The Indiana up 2-1.
Hmm.
Um, and actually, at the start of yesterday's game, I thought they were going to be playing well enough um, to actually pull off a 3-0. But man, midway through that second quarter, man, they just started falling apart and never recovered.
So Cleveland is, a lot of people think because they lost both games at home that they're in trouble. I'm gonna tell y'all the difference between Cleveland and Boston when we get to Boston. I think the Pacers are not in trouble because Cleveland just now got their team back healthy yesterday. killed them. Wasn't even close. Came out the gates. We better than y'all. You can't do nothing about this. Game was never intact. Game
43
two,
from Donovan.
43 from Donovan. Game two, Donovan Mitchell had 48. No Evan Mobley, no DeAndre Hunter, no Darius Garland. They only lost by 1 point, and Tyrese Halliburton had to hit a step back three and grab his own offensive rebound off his missed free throw. And Cleveland had to throw an inbound pass turnover just for them to win. Now, the first one, Indiana, they was just hot. Some teams get hot. Sometimes it happens. It ain't nothing you can do. So, game four in Indy, I'm going to say it's a must win for Indy. If you don't win that game and you let Cleveland beat you how they beat you this last game and you have no answer for Donovan Mitchell, they completely shut down Tyrese Halliburton yesterday.
Yeah.
He lost me my bet. I don't
Some
even,
told me not to bet on it, and I went with my good instinct.
I had him for 15. I didn't have him for 20. But you can see, man, when the team is healthy, and they still not healthy. DeAndre Hunter, he was hobbled. He was in and out of the lineup. And Darius Garland was in foul trouble. So good luck.
So I'm gonna tell you right now, for Cleveland, what their problem was last year is their key to success this year. Last year, Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell on the court at the same time did not work well. This year, with both of them on the court at the same time, that is their key to success. So they need Garland healthy and Donovan playing like he played last night, and they'll finish this series out. And it'll be 4-1, 4-1 Cleveland.
4-2.
Huh? Oh yeah, 4-2. I'm sorry. Indiana's up. This next one. See, he throwing shots, solo shots. He likes
Yeah,
throwing
ain't
solo
even no
shots.
shot, man.
Thunder versus Nuggets. Man, I don't know what Thunder was doing last night. It was a good game for a while.
Last night in game one is the reason why people are not sold on the Thunder. That's just it. When you get in these dogfight games, you gotta figure out a way to pull them out. And for the Nuggets to win this game, that is the worst I've seen Nikola Jokic play in about 5 years. He couldn't hit a three to save his life. I think he may have went like 0 for 9 for three. I think he may have went like 6 or 7 for 23. I don't have his exact stats. He did not play well, and they still found a way to pull out that game.
Did you see the outfit that Jokic came to the game in yesterday?
He was dressed like the Joker.
If I had saw that, I would have put all my money on Denver right then.
But if he dressed like that, you think he finna go for 40. So it just goes to show you. So last night, I'm going to give you his stats. He went 0 for 10 for 3, and he went 8 for 25 from the field. I should say that was his worst game. He had 20 points, 16 rebounds, and 6 assists. But in saying that, you can't let Aaron Gordon get 22, 8, and 5, Michael Porter Jr. get 21 and 8, and Jamal Murray get 27, 4, and 8. You got to stop somebody. This is the number one defense in the league. You got to stop somebody. Shea Gilgeous didn't get 20. He had 18, 13, and 7. Jalen Williams finally had a good game. He had 32. They didn't. They shot well. They shot 45% from the field, 40% from three. They still lost this game.
You gotta if you're the Thunder, you gotta get SGA to the line. Jalen Williams, he's got to play like he played during the regular season. He's not performing that way in the playoffs. Not at all. So, I mean, it's gonna be a good series.
It is, but I say this: the Thunder got to win this next game. I think whoever wins this next game wins the series. I know it's a game 4. Usually we say that about odd number games because the odd number game give you the advantage. Depending on how the Thunder, I say this, depending on how the next game goes. If Denver just kind of come out and they win, I think the Thunder, if you the Thunder, man, you got to do them how you did in game 2.
Gotta do something. Else I'm gonna have to put my Thunder gear up until next year.
Well, eventually you are anyways.
Hey man, don't start this shit.
No, I'm just saying, I had to put my Eagle stuff up.
I like how you did that, you dirty bastard.
I had to put my Eagle stuff up, man. It's cool.
Uh, anyway, Celtics versus Knicks. Knicks up 2-0.
They are.
I did not expect that.
I don't think nobody did. I don't even think the Knicks did. I've never seen a game, and this may be the first time in NBA history, I think it is. A team is down 0-2 and they was up 20 points in both games at home. We all know if we watch the NBA that Boston is a better road team than they are a home team, which is crazy. If you remember the '80s Celtics, I still think they got the best home season in NBA history. I think they lost one home game. I think they either lost one or two. But Jason Tatum has been struggling. They was dealing with injuries. Kristaps Porzingis, he has an illness that's causing him to be fatigued. He can't play how he wants to play. The big man, I think his name Cornette, got banged up,
Luke
or
yeah.
Hauser, one of them.
Hauser got banged up.
Hauser got banged up. Okay. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are shooting less than 20% in the fourth quarter from three.
They just putting shots up.
They shot 100 3-pointers exactly in the first 2 games of this series. And like Jason Tatum is one of the best one-on-one players in the game. Bro, you 6'9", 6'10", like they really don't have nobody that can get with you like that, bro. Go do what you gotta do. You say you're not respected. You say you feel as though people don't give you the respect that you want. You gotta go out there and take it.
Yeah. Then you got old Jalen Brunson. He out there, old nonchalant ass, just killing them.
Killing them. Clutch player. And he's showing it too, man.
No emotion.
I like it. You know why I like it? Because he wear Kobe's. That's really that's hey, I'm telling you, man, it's something. He has that Baba mentality though. If you want to talk about it does not matter what he's done those first 3 quarters. When it's time for the game to be on the line, that's what he gonna do.
And he quiet about it too when he do it.
Yeah, he don't say nothing.
Man, I've had a few parlays where I'm like, oh man, Jalen Brunson gonna kill this ticket. Fourth quarter start. Here we go.
Every time.
Mm.
Every time.
Yeah, I think the Celtics are done. They cooked.
I would say if they don't win today, of course it's 3-0, it's over. They gotta win today. If they don't win today, if they come out and they shooting threes and they not making them, because at the end of the day, it's not necessarily the Knicks defense. If you watch the game, they just not making them.
I think it's
But
gonna end up going 6 games, but I think they cooked.
yeah, I don't know if they can come back from this because you had them down 20 plus points both games. Both games they've come back and beat you. It's in your home. It's gonna be rough. You know that Garden crowd gonna be insane today.
Yeah, yeah. This next series though is another interesting series. You got both of Michael Jordan's kids playing against each other.
I don't think it's interesting anymore with Steph out.
Uh, I mean, it's 1-1. It
One one.
depends. It depends on if Golden State can make the adjustments. Don't get me wrong. It took them a while to find the formula that worked for them once Jimmy got traded. But once that formula started working and clicking, they were on a
Mm-hmm.
roll. But without Steph, even the coach said it the other day, they've got to find a formula that works. They started getting Kaminga back involved. Um, Jimmy's the alpha in this situation. He's got to play. Draymond's got to keep his attitude in check. Um,
Can't.
Buddy is or Butter as Jimmy Butler calls him. Uh, he's gotta be more the streaky shooter. He's got to be consistent. They can pull this series off, but it's gonna be tough on them.
I'm gonna go another. I'm gonna say this. I feel like in the playoffs, when you lose your best player, that's kind of like a death sentence.
Yeah.
So for whatever reason, I don't know what Steve Kerr and Jonathan Kuminga got going on. I really don't. Jonathan Kuminga is a good basketball player. Why he don't play him, I don't know. I like Jimmy. It's just that the Thunder team that we're seeing this year that's got the best overall defense and the young players. That's what we said Minnesota was last year. And the thing about it, Minnesota, they killed Golden State the other day. I think that was Thursday. They beat them by 24. And I just don't know if Minnesota is clicking. Because I don't think he's had a good game yet. So if he gets going, because he's getting his players involved. So if he get going, Julius Randle get going, you still got Nas Reed, you got Jaden McDaniels, you got Nikhil Alexander Walker, you got Dante DiVincenzo. Like, they loaded. I think people forget how good this Minnesota team is.
Yep. Julius
And you
Randle might
got
be the
a
key to this one.
he may be. He been playing his ass. He killed the Lakers. I'm telling you, he killed the Lakers. And like you said, it's not gonna happen. Draymond Green, he got two more technicals he suspended. So
He might end up with them tonight.
that's that's what, that's what I'm saying. So they behind the eight ball on this. They behind the eight ball on this one. Jimmy Butler's got to play like he did in Miami. He got to put this team on his shoulders. He got to go out. He got to purposely try to get 30. I think it's got to be him and Buddy. Buddy, go give me 20. Jimmy, try to go give me 30. Let's see what we can do.
The problem with Kaminga is he didn't fit the rotation once Jimmy got there because the role that he was playing was, I guess you would call a budget Jimmy Butler. He was
Mm-hmm.
kind of playing that role with Jimmy there getting the minutes. He didn't fit the rotation. Now they're trying to figure out a way to get him back into the rotation because Steph is out, and they should have been doing that the whole time. I mean,
I
I
don't
did
know
say
why you can't make him your sixth man. He has the potential. First of all, he has a good enough potential to be a starter, like a 20 point per game starter in the
yes.
league. But why don't you put him and Moses Moody in on seconds and let them run offense through them?
I agree. And although I said that if they get it together, they can pull it off and it'd be tough, I don't think they're going to do that.
No, I don't see it.
I think Minnesota's going to pull this series out. They're a lot deeper, and Steph being out is really going to hurt Golden State. But
Hmm.
what's more interesting to me than the actual series is the interviews. You got Jimmy Butler and Buddy Hield in these interviews, and they really act like you and I when we on the video game giving each
Hmm.
other hell, and from the outside looking in, somebody who doesn't know will be like, man, they really don't like each other. But nah,
Yeah.
they having fun and bantering back and forth with each other, throwing jokes, and it's really fun to see the relationship they got if you understand it.
Yeah. You know who else do that? Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart.
Yeah,
They do the same thing. But
yeah,
you know,
but it ain't as funny as Jimmy Butler
no, it is
oh
not.
yeah,
It is not. They act like big brother, little brother.
yeah,
And I think Buddy Hill is kind of like me. Like I purposely get on your nerves,
yeah,
and
you do.
then when we get in front of people, I make it look like you mean to me for no reason.
You do that a lot.
Yeah, that's because I'm out of most of all my friendships that I have. I'm the youngest one. Now I may be bigger, but I'm the youngest one out of most of my friends. And when I call them, I most of the time, like I do you, I send them a stupid ass gift or whatever with Forrest Gump waving, and they'll be like, "What you want?" And then I say nothing and send a big smiley face. I don't want shit,
Yeah,
and I'm
what you
sure,
want? Oh, I'm just checking on you. Leave
yeah,
me
that's it.
alone.
Just
I ain't
just for
doing
no
nothing.
reason.
Yeah.
But you know, it's out of look when somebody does that to you, they genuinely got love for you, and they put you in a high regard of people that they talk to and they trust or whatever. But yeah, I liked it. I liked it, and you need it around this time because it kind of keeps you loose, keeps you
Yeah,
mellow.
it's so much going on in the world, man. If you don't have something to keep you smiling, man, you'll fall into a hole and it'd be hard to pull you out sometimes.
Absolutely, man. What about T told me before we came on, y'all that don't know where I am. I'm in an undisclosed location, but
Here you go with
for
this shit.
whatever reason, I heard that Tennessee had an earthquake this morning.
Yeah.
T told me before we came on air that we had an earthquake and it barely missed Nashville today.
You had the nerve to ask me why it wasn't on Channel 5, so I sent you the message that I was looking at that was from Channel 5.
Yeah, I looked on WTVF.com and I ain't see nothing. I'm like, this motherfucker lying. Yeah, I'm like, no, I don't think he. If he lied to me, I don't think it'd be by no damn earthquake. Something done happened now. So I went and I seen that. Yeah, we had an earthquake. It was a nice one too. It wasn't no little bitty one.
Mm-mm. It spread all.
There wasn't no
I think the
eight.
epicenter was near Chattanooga, and it spread it over into the Carolinas, down almost to Atlanta, and then almost to Nashville.
Yeah, man, that's shit. That's crazy.
Shit, up to Knoxville.
I ain't know. You know, Nico leaving Knoxville was going.
Rumble
I
the
knew it was
Smokies.
gonna shake up the college
It,
football world,
it,
but not like it.
it rumbled the Smokies.
It did.
Well, let's go ahead and get this show to an end. And barring any unforeseen circumstances, we will definitely be back next Friday. I mean next Saturday. Let me get my mind together. Uh,
We definitely will. I will say this: we're coming into the lull of the sports season. Basketball is cooling off. NFL it's not really about to do nothing. You may hear some things about training camp and all that stuff coming up, but baseball has been absolutely incredible this season.
yes, I've been making some money too.
It's it's been kicking my ass. If you looking at my picket, when I make my baseball bets, I have fun with it. I make my hits bets, I make my home run bets, and just to play around with it, just to have fun with baseball. I don't watch every baseball team like I do NBA, NFL, WNBA, so I'm having fun with it. But I was thinking about something because we on a Saturday. Every Saturday from here on out, make sure you bet Aaron Judge to hit a home run. Before we came on air, I said, man, I think Aaron Judge hit a home run damn near every Saturday. Aaron Judge hits his most home runs on Saturday. So that's a little nugget for y'all. I had to Google it and make sure I wasn't tripping.
So you said looking at your picket. You can't look at my picket and go off of that because I will send out certain bets that I'm pretty sure on, and those will be the ones that's hidden. But on the side, I'll be betting on some stupid shit. So I might be negative on a day that everybody that I sent picks out to winning. Like yesterday, I barely went negative because I did a couple of dumb bets. I know what I did wrong and why I did it, and
Mm-hmm.
I stick to my decision. But for the picks that I sent out yesterday, um, we were up 4.4 units. So if you were a $10 bet better, if you put $10 on every bet as a unit, then you'd be up $44. If you were $100 better, you would be up $440. So baseball is where
No,
it's at right now.
baseball is where it's at, man. Like I said, it's fun. You can't watch every baseball game. It's just not possible. Like, understand who the best players are, whether it's pitching, whether it's hitting, either or. Just understand who the best players are. I'm a Cardinals fan, and we're a 500 team right now. But home runs are at an all-time high. You got the torpedo bat situation going on this year. They sped the game up so you can get more scoring, and it's been fun. It's really been fun this year.
You know what? Somebody could have made some serious money yesterday, but I guarantee you nobody bet it.
The Yankees hitter.
Jason Rodriguez hit 3 home runs. He had 2 home runs coming into that game, and he left that game with 5 total home runs on the season.
Youngest player in Yankees history to hit 3 home runs. I think he beat out, if I ain't mistaken, is either Mickey Mantle or Joe DiMaggio.
Man, that's crazy. But yeah, let us get on up out of here.
It is fun. Remember, follow us on Winnable. We have our links everywhere. Look at our link tree. Follow us on Winnable. We have a free subscription, 5 and a 10. We're not like everybody else, man. We winning and we giving it to y'all for $10 on both sides. Most people
just
charge
go with
them
the
$50.
Go with the all access. That way you get my bets, you get Mike B's bets. We have a channel in our Discord that is a Twitter feed of trusted cappers that we follow sometimes and know that they hit on a regular basis. So you're not going to be sitting there looking at picks from people who lose all the damn time or lie about what they're doing. We've got more things in the works that will be coming to the Discord closer to the fall, but for $10 a month, you can't beat it.
If it ever comes a time within a month, we can't win you $10 that you subscribe to one of us, we will give you that $10 back. I tell you what I do. If it's ever a time where you give us $10 and we can't give you $20 back in a month, we will give you your money back.
Okay. I mean, I don't like giving money back, so I better make sure I'm putting out them winners.
If you give me 10 and I can't win you a bet, I will give you 20. I will give you 20 back. I'm saying it right here. I'm pushing the line.
Hey, man, don't make yourself go broke now. All right. We love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Wouldn't be nothing without y'all. We'll see y'all next week.
Sir.
Not just with the 10, 615 with the hit podcast worldwide. See us never miss. Hey, okay. Put on bars. Ray. Hey. And Nelson talk, Nelson. Princess, okay.